How's everyone? It's Matt Mrzik, and this will be a review of the Tiger J Customs Turner Classic Superman kit. So this was, this one on pre-order a long time ago. It finally came through, so just got it the other day, and he's a cool piece. And of course, I love capes. The cape is amazing on this. Actually, what you're seeing on the cape is me already sanding it. While I'm waiting for paint to dry on like the 12 other projects I'm doing, I decided to go ahead and sand the cape because even though it's a kit and it's well produced, it does need prep work. So this is a cool piece. Now I do have a couple issues with my piece in particular. The base showed up broken, and I'll show you that in here in a second. And it's a little tricky, not tricky, but you have to know how to put them on, take them off the base because the crystals kind of lock them in place. Now there were two versions. There's this version and like the black version with like a lava base. I chose the more classic look with the crystals, and this is like snow and ice on the bottom. Comes with 4 heads. He's got 2 column heads, and I believe the only difference is one light, the eyes light up. Now, like the previous kits I've had with light up eyes, I'm assuming the one that lights up is clear resin. You have to take the primer off for it to light up, because right now the eyes are solid primer. And then he comes with 2 angry faces, and again, I'm assuming one is clear resin and one is just the solid resin. I think this is the clear resin because this is heavier, so it's a heavier weight. And I'm assuming the way the lights work is that there's magnets, and those magnets will make contact with the magnets in the head that will power the lights in the eyes. So let's get a quick. This will be a quick review. Actually, it's not much to talk about. It's a really cool piece. Height-wise to his head, you're looking at 25 inches. To the top of his cape, you're looking at 26 inches. The best part of this piece is I love the base and I love the cape. The cape is really amazing. I love how it flows around his body. Just really, really slick. Even though it's a tall piece, it doesn't take up a lot of space. I mean, it's width-wise, it's only, let's see, from the widest part, which would be the tip of his cape here, you're looking at maybe 15 inches wide. And depth-wise, less than that, it's just the depth of the base, which is like 12 inches. So it's a small footprint for a really impressive piece. And I also like that they give you an AC adapter for the base. I would plug mine in, but I don't think anything's going to light up because the wires are broken. This part and this part are individual pieces, and mine came broken, and the wires came broken also. So I haven't tried to plug this in yet. So I don't think anything's going to happen, but we'll see. I don't think anything's going to light up. Yeah, because the wires aren't plugged in. So I'll try to do some. Try to see if I can get the wires to touch and maybe get something to light up down there. So great pose, you know, real simple museum pose. You know, he's a skinny Superman. He's not real bulky. He's got a really thin waist. I like the stoic face more than I like the angry face look. And I like they give you a sticker for the bottom. Edition size is 80. I have no idea what number I have because it's not on there. I wish they'd write that on there for you. So let's take them apart to show you how this goes together. So the hands are magnetized really easily. Let's come off. Now in order to switch the heads out, you have to take the cape off first, which is another little crit, but if you think it makes sense, the cape would go over the skin on your neck there a little bit, so you gotta take the cape off, switch the heads out. And here's the cape after I sanded it with a super fine sanding sponge. And I spent about 15-20 minutes sanding this sucker to get it smooth and ready for a round of primer. Even though this was prepped by the factory, it was rough and needed some sanding. I'll sand the whole piece too, just to get it smooth. But so all you commissioners who send kits to people, the kits still need prep. They all do. They're not ready to paint. They need sanding. They need. This one doesn't need putty work. It looks like they did all the putty work, but there were some pretty rough spots. Like I'm always rubbing my hands over things. And it felt like sandpaper. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't ready for paint by any means. So, not that it should be. I'm just saying it needs work. And then to take him off, he's actually locked in by a few of the crystals, and I found that out the hard way. I tried to pull him out, and it's my fault. I broke a little peg off here, which I got the piece, but you have to take the crystals out on the sides here and here. And now it'll come off the base. And I'll show you the base, but there's a bunch of holes in there, which I'm assuming are LEDs, and I can switch the heads out. So I think this is the clear resin head because it's lighter. And if I look at this one, it's heavier, and I can see that it's solid resin. But they fit very well. Here's the angry head. I'll come in a little closer on the heads here in a second. Again, that's going to be the solid angry head, and this will be the clear one with the LED in it. And again, I'll have to clean the primer off the magnets in order for the lights to work on the eyes, I think. And you can see where the factory went in there and they were doing some prep work on the body here. I'll go ahead and sand it down and prime it again. And then he plugs in and the power is right there in his foot, and there's a power outlet down there. So, and then here's the back side, which you don't see, but it's pretty simple. There's no reason to go crazy on that detail because you're not going to see it. But his sculpt's fairly simple, you know. It's like there's no texture in the suit and stuff. It's just a simple Superman. He's heavy. It's good quality stuff. It's the first thing I've ever seen from Tiger J Customs. I love the crystals, even though they're frosty right now. Once you spray a nice coat of gloss clear coat on those will look like glass. So those all come out. And this is what was broken on mine. This came in 2 pieces. And so here are the leads for the LEDs. And I think if I can touch these to these, I might get something to light up. Let's see. But I'm not seeing. Oh, there's only one light. There's only one light in there. 2 lights maybe. Huh. Let's see. See what happens if I touch these leads. I'll have to solder these back together. See what happens, anything? I got nothing. So my base doesn't work at all. Yay for me. So I need to contact the guys and let them know that my base does not work. No lights anywhere. So yeah, that's a bummer. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that. They'll have to send me another one, I guess. So that's a crit. The base showed up broken and the lights don't work. But that's a really cool piece. So I've seen people they've been getting their pre-paints and everything works. Mine does not work. Oh, hold on. There we go. Wait. Ah, I got a loose connection. So there we go. So those light up there. Okay, and then that powers. I got you. Hold on. I had it, and then I lost it. You guys saw it lit up for a second. Oh, there we go. We got it short, that's why. Okay. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, so now, if I put these together, maybe he will work. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. I'm going to solder this together and I'll come back and show you with the lights working. So give me a few minutes. Okay, so I soldered the wires back together. If I plug this in, sorry, I'm in front of the camera, I know. Okay, so the base lights up. And if I turn off some of these lights, and get the crystals glowing. Let's see. It goes. in front of the camera now. Oh, I don't think I had that on because that powers it. No, there we go. There we go. We'll get there eventually. So let's do this. Let's put let's go ahead and put it back in. I'll see if I can get the lights to work. I think I gotta clean the primer off the magnets. Oh, okay, there we go. So now the neck lit up right there. Interesting. So the light's up there. Okay, let's see how that works. I thought maybe the LED was worked by the magnets contacting. Okay, here we go. I'll get there. Not the best review ever, but I'm working in the dark, so I can't see. There we go. That goes there. All right, now let's see. We have not that guy. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta see. I think this is clear. Yeah. So give me some of the. I got some thinner here. Again, amazing review video as I fumble through it. So I got a little lacquer thinner here. I'm going to clear off down here. Yep, that's the clear head. Do that. And then I'm going to clear off the primer off the eyes, and then his eyes should light up. Actually, his whole face will light up because I just removed the primer from the cheekbones too, but you'll get the idea at least. There we go. Now it looks like he's been punched in the face, but that's kind of how that works. I'll come in and show that to you. They're not real bright by any means. And the base isn't real bright either. And there's really no way to change out the LEDs in that, so I kind of wish those were brighter. There's like one real bright bulb back here. And a bunch of smaller ones around the bottom of the base, so let's see, I wish they were brighter. Okay, so that's how that works. Let me clear this off a little bit. So I found out something interesting. Also, a lot of times when you buy the unpainted, when they say unpainted kit, I found this out. Sometimes they are actually sending you a statue that's been painted, and then they just prime over the painted statue. So, go figure. Isn't that funny? There we go. Now we're brighter. I just clean up some more of the primer. So now we got. Now you can see his whole head lit up. But that's how that works. We'll mask off the eyes and then paint around, and then you're good. So yeah, so cool. That's how that works. See the other head. Clean that up. I'm glad I got it to work. I was afraid that I'd have been out of luck. Clean off this angry head. Again, it's going to look funny because I have to clean off primer all the way around the eye too, but let's see that it lights up. It's actually a really clever way to do it with one light and clear, cast a clear head. So there you go. So let's turn some lights back on. So yeah, so my base showed up broken. I was able to fix it. I'll have to make sure I epoxy that back together so I don't tear those wires out. Sorry, I'm just on the camera again. So I'll do that tonight. Let's go ahead and epoxy the base together, just so I don't have the risk of breaking it again and tearing those wires out. Yeah, so let's see what else. think that's how else to talk about. I mean, it's a cool piece. Love the cape. I'm a sucker for a cape. I say that all the time. I'll take that off. It looks weird. But the lights don't even show up in the, the normal light. So I wish the lights in the brace were brighter. Maybe it'll be different once I clear coat it and everything. Those are a little more shiny. That might help to transmit the light better. But I think it's a cool kit, or a cool statue. He'll be a fun one to paint up. I love, the cape is just awesome. Love the cape. And it fits perfectly. Everything fits perfectly. The fit is amazing. So yeah, cool piece. I mean, that wasn't the best review, but had to fix the LEDs. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad that I'm glad I picked it up. I can't remember what I paid for it. I don't think it was too terribly expensive, but the pre-paints that people have been getting look pretty good. I think the factory could have done better on the skin tones. They look a little flat to me, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, cool piece. So that's it. That's the Tiger J Customs Turner Classics Superman, and they've got a bunch of other cool stuff coming out. So if you get the Turner Batman, they would display very well together. So there you go. That's my awesome review of this pretty cool statue / kit. I don't know if they have any left. I think they have a few pre-paints left. So if you're interested, I'll put a link down below and give them a shout out, give them a call. As always, Matt Mrozik. Catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.